In this video, I sit down with Sam, one of our AI receptionist clients. Sam runs a physio clinic here in Australia, and we talk about why he decided to bring on an AI receptionist, how he's actually been using it day to day, and the results that they've seen over the past few months since going live. So if you want an AI receptionist for your business as well, you can reach out to my team by using the link in the description.
Yeah, so Northwest Physiotherapy, we're a brand of or collection of clinics in Brisbane. And then the clinic that I've opened is on the Sunshine Coast and is the first one to move out of Brisbane. We're primarily like a musculoskeletal physiotherapy clinic, but we do NDIS, really any other kind of things that people might go to the physio for as well. And like all kinds of ages as well. So kids through to elderly adults.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. And so this location is the only one that you manage? You manage multiple?
Yeah, so this is the practice that I manage.
Yep.
But yeah, just me up here, and yeah, I haven't got any other practices either.
Yep. Cool. Well, before the receptionist, I know it's a new location, but I guess you didn't really have a receptionist beforehand. You just sort of went straight to the AI?
Yeah, I mean, like I was working in one of the clinics in Brisbane at the Eaton's Hill Clinic, and that clinic would always have at least one receptionist on, sometimes even two.
Yep.
So I was kind of very lucky in the regard that I kind of had access to someone to help with that kind of front desk admin and answering phone calls and scheduling appointments via the phone. But for myself, managing a clinic, I knew that I wasn't going to have that at the start. So thought I would explore the AI reception agent kind of straight off the bat and really try and implement that from the get-go and make things run smoothly with that.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I guess it helps that you're AI native clinic.
Yeah.
But cool. So you don't have a receptionist at all at the moment, or you might have somebody doing a little bit, or
we've got someone coming in that helps out with some admin occasionally, like a uni student doing placement. But yeah, don't have any kind of like official like admin or receptionist at the moment. It's just me. But yeah, I'll probably look at getting a receptionist in the future and have them kind of doing some other admin front desk stuff. But yeah, at the moment, kind of managing pretty well with just myself.
Cool. And what was the main reason for, obviously, how did you find out about the AI receptionist? I think that's a better question.
I actually found out about it from one of my colleagues in Brisbane. One of his partner actually was calling a medical receptionist to make a payment for a surgery or something, and the whole payment process was done by an AI like reception agent. And he had kind of sent me a few videos and was like, "Oh, check this out! Like this would be really cool for the new clinic." And then the more I looked into it, and the more I thought about it, the more it really made sense. And I thought that it would be a really cool thing to implement and try and kind of make that initial reception workflow a little bit harder and kind of automate the phone side of things.
But
yeah.
Cool. If we hadn't come in and built the system, would you have been the one taking these calls probably initially yourself?
Yeah, that would have definitely been tough.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you're pretty busy as well if it's just you and sort of temporary receptionist. Cool.
Yeah.
So is there anything that made you nervous about using an AI to answer these calls, obviously in a clinic setting as well? Initially, is there anything that you kind of doubted at the start?
I think probably the main point for me were just like, I guess like customer resistance to speaking to not speaking to a human. And then I guess if people were going to have difficulties like booking in or actually using like it wouldn't actually process bookings because they wouldn't complete the process. Those are probably my main concerns. Otherwise, pretty happy to.
Big thing of what we do and what we recommend is to mention that it's an AI at the start of the call, as opposed to not mentioning that it's an AI at all. Have you talked to any customers? Have any customers mentioned or talked about it at all?
Yeah, I've had a real mixed bag of kind of feedback from customers. Some people like love it and think it's like the best thing ever, and they're like, "Oh wow, that's really cool." And I actually have had a few people say that it's one of the better kind of AI agents that they've kind of used. But then you've got other people who come in, they're like, "Oh, like I just want to speak to someone," and they kind of don't have the patience, or it mixes up their name and they get a bit frustrated with it and kind of give up. But yeah, I would say probably the vast majority of the feedback on it is positive, and that kind of 25% of people that have a bit of friction with it. That's always going to be the case, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Well, we kind of just think that over time, there's nothing that we can necessarily do about that side of it at the moment, but over time in the next, I mean, even it could be 12 months, people are more getting more receptive of it. And if people can get their booking and experience it and just accept it and just get to that stage and realize that they can just book an appointment in 30 seconds through the system, they're just going to be like, okay, well, why wouldn't I just do this? Because it takes 30 seconds. So why would I care?
Yeah, so easy.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Do you have an idea as to, I suppose since this is a new clinic, you don't really have a comparison as to the booking conversions as opposed to previously, since it's only really just been the AI. So you don't really have any data there yet, I guess.
No, I guess the conversions probably do differ to like having a physical reception on kind of 24/7 versus having just the AI agent. But I mean, compared to if it was just me versus having the AI agent,
right,
like, I definitely get more bookings. Like sometimes I'll be with a client and there'll be 3 phone calls while I'm with the client, and there'll be kind of one person booking, one person rescheduling, and another kind of inquiring about services or injuries. So it's like if that agent wasn't there, then I'd probably have to let those phone calls go at some point. So at least there's like kind of 2 out of 3 of those calls are being converted to clients.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it on my own.
Gotcha.
Without it there.
Cool. Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I mean, missed calls is clearly the big one then for you. If it is yourself that would have been taking it, so missed calls, that leads to more bookings for sure.
Yeah.
Cool. As you said, there could be like 3 calls that could happen during when you're working.
Yeah, I've had times where I'll get like 10 to 15 calls a day, and like I've also got kind of like 15 clients throughout the day.
Yep.
Which is kind of taking up 8-9 hours of the day. So like I don't really have that time available to be kind of answering the phone and kind of rescheduling appointments or booking people in.
Anything else you kind of wanted to make a comment on about the system and anything around it?
Not overly. I think just, I guess there's probably a fair few other like companies or kind of IT guys that are doing the same thing as you guys, but I've really loved the kind of support and I guess like customer kind of service that you guys have offered. And I think it's really, for me, is what would kind of set you apart from other kind of agent developers or IT developers. But yeah, it's been really great to have you guys help iron out any kinks or any questions that I've got about it as well.
Awesome. Yeah, well, I really appreciate it.
Thank you.